So this whole deal about Yahweh and Lord, why does this matter for us today? Well, for starters, Yahweh is the name God used for himself. It is exclusively for him and him alone. So Lord, not in all caps, could be, and in many cases was, used in a much more general sense. And it could be, as we said before, it could be used just to describe men as well as God, and so that's going to be differ depending on your context. So when we get into the New Testament, what might surprise you is that the name Yahweh isn't actually used a single time. There is a huge but with that. They simply, as we discussed, use the Greek word Lord instead of having the Greek equivalent for Yahweh. So again, when the Hebrew was translated into Greek, Yahweh and the actual word Lord became the same word in Greek. So there's no Yahweh or all capitals Lord in the Greek writing of the New Testament. And when we see it in our Bibles today, when you read through the New Testament, there is no distinction made between the two uses of Lord. So unless you know that an Old Testament passage is being used or quoted in the New Testament and know the original wording, you can very easily miss that Yahweh is the intended meaning.
At the name of Jesus, every knee shall bow. At the name of Jesus, every tongue confess.
So in my Bible, for instance, you aren't online going to be able to see this, but in these margins, it has all of these references. So if an Old Testament passage is being quoted, it tells you where that verse is or what that quote comes from. So you can actually look it up and you can see the original wording. So there are people today who argue against the deity of Christ on the grounds that he isn't called Yahweh anywhere in the New Testament.
In your name I come alive to declare your victory. The resurrected King is resurrecting me.
Hi. Suicide rates are rising rapidly. So most Jesus followers should prepare ourselves for a more active role in preventing suicides. We are on the front line since pros rarely get involved until a foot soldier helps connect people in crisis with trained professionals. E94.org is a Christian ministry dedicated to equipping the church to prevent suicide through free training of foot soldiers to prevent suicide through training, consulting, and resources. Get equipped to give hope and help and confidently refer people to professional counselors. Learn more at e94.org. Thank you.